We need to adjust our camera. uh, so unprofessional. I know it's horrible. So awesome to be back with you guys. Hope you had a good week. Hope you have been enjoying the shows. Kind of wanted to do a little deep dive on something talked about with other creators. I've talked about with several different people. I know it's not sweet tea, but I mean, you drink sweet tea all the time, it'll give you diabetes. You gotta, you gotta take a break every once in a while. But anyway, um, first things first, be sure and drop a like on the show. Be sure and put your comments in. These things help us tremendously. We're trying to grow this thing out, and we can't do that without you. So it's very much appreciated. Um, let's get to it. As the title mentioned, we all get to a place where we're having writer's block, where we're having art block, whatever, some kind of block. And you're looking for something to kind of looking for a muse, looking for something to spark you. And I tell you, I have to be completely honest with you. I find the inspiration in the weirdest of places sometimes. Um, I could be listening to a song and something in that song just strikes something. And I know I'm talking things that are fairly obvious. One of the biggest things that inspires me is and this is a different kind of inspiration. This inspires me, and it's not out of competition. It's out of pure love for what these people are doing. Looking at other creators' stuff, seeing what they're coming up with, what they have coming down the pike. When I do the interviews with other creators, just seeing the passion that they have for their projects just reignites me. You know, it kindles that flame that I have and just blows it up. So if I'm ever getting to a point where, and I have, and I know you have, or you wouldn't be watching this video, you wouldn't give a shit. You'd have flipped on by it. But you're looking for answers just like I do from time to time because I've been where you're at right now. I'm a creator as well. I'm an artist. I'm a writer. Constantly having new ideas, but it comes a time where things just don't flow right. Um, and I tell you, if you're personally, if you're working on a project, um, just for the sake of having something for the conversation, say you're doing science fiction and you're looking for inspiration, watch science fiction. I mean, um, whether it be uh, horror, watch good horror. You know, things that kind of get outside the box of your routine cookie cutter stuff, and take notes from that. Um, I mean, Star Wars. I know, I know. I'm a Star Wars nut. Star Wars has been a huge influence on uh, everything I do in comics. Um, it's just a very moral thing, you know, the push and pull between the darkness and the light that we all face. That's real. And you know, just like with the Jedi, the pull to the light or the pull to the dark, and the you know that it has such strong themes, and I think a lot of the content that's coming out these days doesn't have that pull, doesn't have that heart. You know, it's missing that. Why? I'm not exactly sure. Um, but to have good content, it's got to hook someone. It's got to spark something in them. It's got to grab a hold of them. Just like, the things that inspire you. It's the same thing with your books, whether it be written material or whether it be visual material. People have to have a way and they have to relate to the material. It has to touch something within them that they can relate to. And no matter how crazy the story might be, it could be something as simple as family, or finding a family when you didn't have one. That feeling of loneliness that your character might have until he's found a makeshift family. They've become, this great thing. You have to have a hook. I mean, y- you got to do it. It has to be there for your material to work and for your following to grow. Something within that material has to grab a hold of. Um, Lost my whole track of thought. Bear with me, guys. I know I seem like I'm rambling, but that's what I do from time to time. Um, Things that spark me, movies. I love movies. I love film. Not just film for the sake of film, but I have to. I like stuff that makes me feel things. That makes me want to aspire to do better, to reach higher. Um, Yeah, I also get that through other creators. I see their work and I'm like, oh my God, how did they do that? That is absolutely fucking incredible. Let me go figure that out. You know? And it goes back to what I've said 100 times and I'll say 100 more times. Surrounding yourself with good people. Reach out to those people in these times when you're having that block. And I'm not talking about social media. I'm talking about the people you might have met them through social media, but you become friends and you care about what they do and they care about what you do. And they become friends. Reach out to these people in these times because they'll get you through it. They'll help you if they're a true friend. And if they're not, hey, maybe it's time you quit having you step off from these people. You don't need negative energy around you. As a creator, it's all about that positivity. And don't get me wrong, you can have constructive criticism. You need to accept that. You don't need to be so cocky that you can't accept criticism when you mess up or when your shit doesn't look right because you absolutely need that as well. And a good friend will give you that. And I'll say, hey, there's just something wrong with that perspective. A true friend is not scared to hurt your feelings because they're trying to make to get the best out of you. They're trying to help you. And there again, you need to surround yourself with people that are comfortable doing that. And you're comfortable with them doing that. We can get too big for our britches to where we don't want to listen to criticism. And that's never a good thing. They say that pride's coming before the fall. It's a true thing. You can be too proud. You can be too arrogant. You need to always stay grounded because even the best creators started from nothing. And the more you stay in touch with common things, now that doesn't mean you don't strive for the extraordinary. But what I'm saying is, don't ever think you're better than anybody, because I'll fucking be the first to tell you you're not. We're all the same. We're all on different journeys, and we all take different roads. But we're none of us are any better than the other, and we don't ever need to get to the point to where we feel that way. And I know it sounds preachy. It is what it is. But I've run into creators that are arrogant as hell, and I quit buying their stuff. Absolutely quit buying their stuff. Um, yeah, hey, that's something you can leave in the comments. Bad experiences you've had with creators. Comment on that. Tell me some of your stories. And thankfully, I've never run into that in comics, because comics is my thing. That's what I love. I love the medium. I love everything about it. And luckily, you know, I've never run into that. I've always run into gracious creators that were great, more than gracious with their time, and were willing to to give me tips, give me, hey man, I appreciate you buying my stuff, that whatever. Because at the end of the day, we're all just people. We're all just trying to get ahead one way or another. But you don't do that by stepping on people. And you damn sure don't do that by stepping on the people that made you. So don't ever think that you're better than them, because they put you where you are. They give you the status that you have by praising your work and sharing your work and studying your work. You know, it still amazes me that my books are all over the world now. I've shipped to umpteen dozen countries now, and yeah, I'm nowhere. I'm not big. I'm still extremely independent. But it's so humbling to me that people would care enough to want to see what I do, and to tell me, hey, I loved what your story. I love that. It's amazing to me how you can touch people with this ability, with this talent. The things that you're capable of through this medium. Um, and that's one reason I love doing this show. Hearing from people, hearing from you, hearing what your thoughts are. That's why I absolutely adore doing the interviews. I can't say that enough. I don't get to do them enough. Um, I love hearing creators talk about their stuff, and seeing their drive, and seeing the things and hearing about the things that motivate them and push them to do better and reach higher. And and it just does something to me. I don't know. It amazes me. I'm just in awe of it. I really am, and it's one of my favorite things. I would be willing to admit that sometimes it's better than art. It really is, because it's different. It's not better. It's different. But the feeling you get when you do that one piece and everything just clicked on it, and every line fell into place where it needed to fall. There were no useless lines. There was everything just was perfect. You were absolutely satisfied with it, and those times are rare. But that's the feeling I get after doing a really good interview with another creator, and it just totally reignites my passion for my projects. I can be because we feel like we're on an island, but there again, if you surround yourself with good people, you're never on an island. All you've got to do, and if they're really good, they reach out. I have my friends that reach out, hey man, how you doing? just checking on you because I tend to get lost in it too from time to time. It happens to the best of us. You get so deep in a project and in your own head, you can get lost in it. Um, but yeah, the good ones, the true friends will reach out even without. But it's a two-way street. You got to be there for them too. You can't be that stingy person. It's all about me, 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 me. It's not that way. You've got to return things that are given to you. And if you're a really good person, you delve them back out twofold. That means you work twice as hard to be a good friend to them. You um, it's a shame that our world doesn't have more of that. What a place it would be if we all adopted that fundamental thing, that one simple thing. Try to treat people twice as good as they treat us. You know, but it can just stop and take a minute to imagine that what it would be like if everybody took that concept and applied it to their lives. It'd be amazing. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, that I know that was a lot. Um, hope that this video did you some good, that it brought you some perspective, maybe some answers to your questions. Um, tell me some things that inspire you. Tell me some stories where somebody come along and lifted you up. You were down, whether it be in your in your creative path when you were in a bad place and somebody just kind of picked you up. I'd love to hear it. Any questions? Hey guys, reach out to me. I'm here. I might not get right back to you, but I promise you at some point in time, I will get back to you. I love hearing from each and every one of you. Like I said, I hope I've said something that will help you in your creative journey. Can't thank you enough for supporting me and mine. You guys are absolutely incredible. That's the show, you guys. Have a blessed one. Till next time. Hey guys, you want to support the channel? Be sure and drop a like, put those comments down in there. I'd love to talk with you guys. Like to make this a community. Other ways to support the channel, hey, go to my website at jerrycooleyart.com. That's www.jerrycooleyart.com. You can pick up my comics, t-shirts, prints, all kinds of stuff. Be sure and go on there and check that stuff out if you're interested in any of my work. You can also follow me on Instagram at Jerry Cooley 77 and also at Blue Sky to see what I'm up to as far as comics. Hey, love to see you there. Jump on, give me a follow on all those socials. Um, Thanks for watching the show. Till next time, you guys, have a blessed one.